The thing that you have to understand about ADHD is that it's never just one thing. It is like a snowball effect into it being functionally incapacitated. Let me tell you a story about my day. So 2 weeks ago, I forgot to pay a bill, and this is where our story begins. Now, the reason why I forgot to pay this bill was because that my systems and structures had changed, and during the time when I normally get like the pop-up reminder to like, hey, pay your bills, I was driving across the country. So I was on a completely different schedule in a series of different time zones. I forgot to pay the bill. I accept accountability for this. However, the bill that I forgot to pay was my credit card bill. Even though I have paid my credit card bill at the end of every month, like clockwork, the credit card company was like, and they turned my card off. And it is here that our slippery slope begins. So like I said, I was driving across the country, and so I was mostly using my debit card because I had the cognizance to be like, I don't want to accidentally overspend on my credit card. That would be bad because my credit card is where I put all of my like household bills, like the trash, the water, the electric, all of that stuff. That's set up for auto pay on my credit card. The credit card that had been turned off because I forgot the bill. So I get back to Atlanta, I have like 2 days until it's Dragon Con, and then it's Dragon Con, so I'm not checking my emails, and I'm not getting notifications that these payments aren't going through. It is also Labor Day weekend, which means that Monday, the banks are closed, and like transactions and stuff aren't happening. This becomes incredibly important to the story in just a moment. It's also the end/beginning of the month, which is when I pay my employees. So I have like a big chunk of money that I've set aside for my employees. So on Labor Day weekend, I transfer the money that I need to pay my employees into the account so I can pay my employees. But guess what? That money doesn't go through because it's Labor Day weekend and the transactions aren't being processed. At the same time, on Tuesday, I noticed that my garbage hasn't been picked up. And I'm like, that's strange. I wonder why my garbage hasn't been picked up. So I called the company and they're like, hey, guess what? You didn't pay your bill, so we cut off your trash service. And I was like, okay, well, can I please pay my bill? Because, and I was like, oh, my credit card, whatever, okay, no problem. And they're like, yeah, but you got to pay 5 months in advance. That's like the policy, I guess. So I'm like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to just like de-stress. I'm going to watch some Netflix, whatever. I can't get Netflix to connect. And I'm like, weird. So I go upstairs and I look at the internet, and the internet seems to be working, but I check the app, and guess what? They shut off my internet because they were like, your payment didn't go through. And then I'm like, wow, there's a lot of mosquitoes in my yard. I should call the pest control company. And they're like, we were gonna come out this month and do your monthly service, but guess what? Payment didn't go through. You owe us money. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I forgot to pay one single bill 2 weeks ago, and now my life is collapsing around me. And they're like, no problem. So now I'm in a situation where I've got surprise bill, surprise fee, plus paying my employees, plus everything. So on Tuesday night, I wind up with $42 in my bank account, which is the lowest that it has ever been since I have been in college. And it's fine because I have other money in different places, but I can't move it because I'm like waiting the like 2 to 3 business days to move it so I can like get the money into the account so I can pay the fucking thing. And then my bank has the audacity to charge me a $26 overdraft for every single thing that goes. So I wind up with like $400 in overdraft fees because like the money, like I from all fucking directions, I'm just fucking taking it, right? Oh, and I even forgot to mention that also the podcast, my podcast, which I also make money from, their payment didn't go through until today because of Labor Day weekend. So I was like short thousands of dollars in my bank account because of the fucking Labor Day weekend, and because of this like one singular mistake, my life exploded. And the thing that drives me crazy is like up until this like massive change into a Labor Day weekend, into this like stupid fucking problem, I've been totally fine. Like I really have. But it really drives home for me the fact that you can build systems, you can build structures, you can do every fucking thing right. But sometimes it's just the single domino that will just fucking ruin everything. And so for days, I've been feeling the stress and anxiety of like, oh shit, I like this money that I was expecting hasn't shown up and it's taking forever to transfer. And like my spicy page where I make a lot of my money from, like it used to be that they would like transfer the money over in 2 days, and now it's like 4 to 5 business days because of all like the legislation. And it's like this whole thing. And so yeah, I feel like I have been free falling for 5 days with all of this. And it's fine. Like I said, I'm fine. Like I have an immense amount of privilege and an immense amount of safety in terms of the fact that like I will be okay. But like, fuck. Did you know that people with ADHD are statistically more likely to be in debt? And we're also, oh no, my watermelon! We're also statistically more likely to deal with compulsive spending and gambling problems. ADHDers are not good at money, and I suppose, if anything, I at least feel a certain sense of solace in the fact that I know that I'm not alone in struggling. I also feel like a lot of times we don't talk about this type of stuff because there can be a lot of shame and a lot of guilt and a lot of embarrassment and also a lot of sort of like inherent privilege and like, oh my god, it's so sad. It's so sad for you that you struggle with compulsive spending. What's it like to have like extra money, right? But like, it is a real problem. And a lot of people with ADHD struggle with it. And so like, I just want to say, as somebody who completely fucked myself this week, despite all of my best intentions, I just want you to know that you're not alone.